Okay, hello? We're back. Is this mic working? Does this mic sound good? Who knows? Well, I haven't seen you guys in a while. A lot of new people. Welcome to my little corner of the music world. Thanks for being here. We're gonna break down the music that I made in my desk video where I build a new studio setup. So go watch that. Then come back here. Let me know what you think of that video. All of that music I made, and we're gonna break it down. We're gonna start chronologically. So, do the whole shebang. All of these, by the way, I kept very simple. The first track, I just called it intro song, the opening to the video. Yeah, very simple, just two pulsing rhythms. You have this, I guess what would be like a melody, and then a bass, which is one note the whole time. And it's only 23 seconds long, but I basically just wanted, just put you like straight in it. For the this lead line, I reduced the bass to make room for this sound. And then here I reduced a little bit of the high end to make room for this sound. On both of these tracks I have RC20. So I used the preset, and then with the preset I kind of tweaked these little tracks to find a sound that I liked better. Yeah, so there is some like vinyl crackle that is, you could kind of hear it like very softly. And then same for this bass. Here's a little music tip. I automated this LP cutoff in the actual Alchemy sounds. If you go down here to where it says read, and then you choose latch, while you're recording, you can actually move these and it'll record the movement with you could just do it with your mouse. And that just adds it gives it movement, so it's not just one note the whole time. It kind of feels like it's flowing and coming in and out of a cutoff. Yeah, so that's track number 1, the intro scene. Okay, this is track number 2. This is after the part 1 title card thing pops up. This is what that sounds like. This is just like super silly fun time. This feels like an infomercial, like from like a cartoon or something. These drums, I didn't play these drums. These are from Splice that I kind of like broke apart and changed the rhythm to what you see here and what it sounds like. This right here, this is what the sample is called. So if you have Splice, you can go and find this drum sound. So these are the drums. Like punchy and groovy. Let's see, on the kick is just an EQ, getting rid of like a little bit of the low end to make room for bass, and a little bit of here to, I don't remember why I did that. Snare, same thing, getting rid of some of the low end. Compressor to make it a little more tight and punchy. And then every once in a while there is a reverb snare, which is the same sound just with a bunch of reverb on it. For the bass, I didn't record like my usual videos when I was making this stuff, but I did set up my phone and kind of filmed myself coming up with a lot of these parts for these songs. So I'll play here when I came up with this bass part. Yeah, so that bass part. Yeah, I think this is just like a stock preset punchy palm mute. Pretty good sound. And then these ARPs, 70s synth ARP. Yeah, so I went in here and like changed the settings around. It just kind of fills up background space a little bit. These keys, this is a little bit of a different sound, but same rhythm. So it's a little bit deeper, less high end. And then I pan these left and right. And then the last thing are these keys that come in towards the end of the song. Wobbly. Like 90s infomercial. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. And then over the whole thing, there's a compressor, a tight compressor, channel EQ, just boosting a little bit of the high ends, getting rid of a little bit of the mids to make room for my voice that's in the actual video. And I think I do this on every track. Boost a little bit of the highs, get rid of a little bit of the mids so my voice can like cut through the actual song in the video. Abbey Road's tape compression just to make it a little more warm, a little bit of reverb on the actual stereo out track, which is a little bit controversial. Some people say don't do that. I don't. It sounded good to me. And then RC20, again, giving it some vinyl tape saturation, a little bit of wobble, extra wobble, a little bit of distortion. I'm boosting a little bit more of the highs, making it a little bit more wider. Yeah, track 3. I called it the Outside Build Song. This one, super inspired by the Smashing Pumpkins, the Galapagos instrumental track. So if you go listen to that and you come listen to this, you're going to be like, wow, it's basically the same song because it was inspired by it. Imitation is flattery, I think, is what the people say. Imitation is the highest form of flattery. I think that's how it goes. Let's just break it down a little bit. These drums, super simple. Kick drum off of Splice, hi-hat, Logic, stock sounds. This is the settings. If you want to copy that, be my guest. Kick drum, channel EQ. Getting rid of, there was like too much thumpiness, so I got rid of that and then boosted a little bit just to get it more crispy. Hi-hat, nothing on it. There's these ambient ARP. Very nice. Just 2 notes that is basically just repeating. These are the sounds. And then I messed with these to get it pulsing with the kick. Thank you. I think I have a clip of me coming up with this guitar part. Yeah, very nice, very reverby. Cut out a lot of the low end. This is sort of like a bass sound that I think I just played with the guitar. Yeah, so those two together. The last thing is this alchemy sound called adding. And then I added a arpeggiator on it, and it sort of acts like a melody. And I also added RC20. So this with the bass and the guitar sound like this. Oh, here's another little tip. Max's music tips and tricks. You could use this for like vocals or instrument melodies. Okay, let's just use this as an example. So the first part of the song just changes between those two chords. And then the next part of the song goes into like a bridge section, and it changes the pattern of the chords. But you could keep the same melody and it sounds like completely different. It changes like the context of the melody you're singing in. It sounds like a new thing even though you're using the same melody. Okay, this track is what I'm calling Triumphant Song. And it is just the dumbest. So in the video, which you should go watch if you haven't, it's just like this super small build up to a super anticlimactic thing, and I wanted it to like be a little bit of like a grand, like something big is gonna happen, and just like it does, nothing grand happens. So I made this like triumphant orchestral thing, super inspired by like John Williams and specifically the Olympic theme song. So yeah, this is what that sounds like. So yeah, I played this drum. I couldn't really find like a sampled drum roll, so I just played it on the drums, and then I played all of like the horn section parts on the keyboard. So this is like the snare roll. I added a low tom hit with like a crash cymbal. Those two together sound like this. This is what would be like a tuba. I think it would be a tuba at least. The trumpet section, which is like the main section. These horns together sound like this. Pretty triumphant, if I do say so myself. And then I added a French horn for harmony, which sounds like this. Yep, put some reverb on the whole thing, compression, some tape saturation, and then a fart sound. Just a giant reverbed fart. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, that's track number 4. This is track 5. I called this the shelf build song. This is like when the montage thing happens towards the end. Again, super simple. We have this warm synth string that plays like chords. Channel EQ, just cutting out some of the low, just very little. This is the actual sound that I'm using. And then this another like pulsing rhythm. This is the EQ, getting rid of a little bit of the like annoying sounds. Just adding a little bit of distortion, some wobble. Yeah, very simple. Tremolo. This is like moving the actual whole track like left and right like this. You can like really boost it like that, and then it sounds like this. Or you can hear it going like that. And that's pretty much it. Again, a very simple track, but it works for that scene. And now the final song. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, this is the end scene song. Don't have a name for it yet. So there's 2 guitars. I recorded on this, which I will make a separate video about. And then there's a second guitar that comes in that sounds like this. And that repeats until the end of the song. Some reverb on both of these things. Yeah, and then for this beginning section, plucking some notes and then reversing it, and it like reverses into the main section. Now for the drums, I have 2 separate drum kits going on. This is the first one. So that's all mid-range. You could see in this EQ that it's all just in the middle. And then these drums come in later. They sound like this. And then the ride comes in halfway through. The bass is this Logic Bad Attitude preset. And then there's this pad. So yeah, those are the tracks. What do you guys think of this video, last video? Let me know what kind of songs, genre, style, music artists that I should recreate, or video ideas that you guys want to see. And as usual, I don't really know how to end videos. All right, see ya.